but at the start we Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Arydia, the paths we dare tread. This is the second episode of the day, and it's late, so this is often when I am a little bit tired. And a great sign, uh, already had some fights with the camera today before the stream went live, so, I have high hopes. Very, very high hopes. Um, you'll notice we are starting a couple minutes late, and in my opinion, that's really the best way to do a stream, is to start a few minutes late to keep people guessing on when you're actually going to start. Because if you start at your scheduled time, then people will say that you're predictable, and then maybe they'll even show up. And who really wants that, right? I'm just kidding. If you missed if you missed the earlier session today, we got into a combat with some misty wolves and honestly got really lucky with our threat deck draws. I feel like we were kind of slated to lose that fight, but our draws actually saved us, and we came out on top. It took quite a few of our resources, but here we are. We won. We won. So yeah, then afterwards, we got a magical pink scroll to possibly rebuild the tavern that was burned down. Hashtag not our fault. Oh, I don't want to do the whole hashtag thing, but not our fault. And then we found a tablet that's part of the puzzle. An overarching puzzle for the whole game. So, yeah. It's time for us to leave this place, go back to the world map. I don't think there's anything left for us to do here, but we have a few things we need to just kind of knock off of our list before we head to the third world map. So, we leave. And we get on our world map. And we zoom out a little bit because this is a big world map. Wait, can you remember when we first got to this land? It was like, whoa, there's a second world map, and exploring this town here, doing the murder mystery. That was so long ago, and yet still going. Still going strong. Our travel tokens are not doing great right now because I haven't really bothered to care about them. We do, however, need to care a little bit, and by that I mean let's spend some knapsack cubes to give Zertle 2 speed and then another 2 speed. So Zertle will be at 4. I think there's also some healing we should probably do, but I'm going to see if I just don't need to bother. Okay. So we're here, and I need to get to here because I'm pretty sure there's a potion I need to make. And I want to say that I need to do something here, but I'm trying to remember why I haven't done it yet, you know? Yeah, I have so many key items that I don't know where they go. And I need to clear some of these out of my inventory. This is the point of the game where you have just like an inventory full of key items and you're like, I don't know what most of these are for anymore. I don't remember these side quests. Yeah, I got a lot of that going on. But I have one that says detailed sketches and notes of the various plants. Sorry, there's a sound outside. I couldn't tell if it was like a firework of some sort or a gun, a faraway gun fire. Boy, ain't that the reality of living in the US right now. For a while, technically, but especially right now. Yeah. Like I feel like that's in the Dryad's house, but I don't know. We'll find out in the future. So we can go through the forest or through the grass. If we go through the grass, I should be at full health in case we run into the Caro. Because I don't want to run into that fight unprepared. So yeah, let's do it. Let's heal. Zertle spends a cube from his medkit to make a wisdom check to heal Rix. 12 plus 7 is 19. No, 19. So Rix heals for 3 unless I spend an RP point, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to make that a 22, so Rix heals for 5. And then I'm going to spend a mana on Zertle to get both of those cubes back. And then I'm going to spend one of those cubes to make another wisdom check to try and heal myself. And that's 18, which is enough for at least 3 health, which is all he's missing. So now both of them are at full health. Zertle's down 1 mana. Okay. So we travel through the grass. Wanderer. Just ahead, you see someone meandering slowly through the wilds. You may draw NPC 225. Of course I do so. 225. Ooh, that's very late in this list. Okay. Arydia Cattle Hat. She's a halfling woman. She's worried. She's searching for something, and she has a strange hat. A halfling is here wearing a strange hat as she walks around looking for something. Oh, you startled me. Are you enjoying a walk in the wilds here? I'm sorry, I can't stop the chat. I've got to keep looking for my notebook. I don't think we're going to have to go back to the Dryad's house. What are you doing out in the wilds? I'm an investigative herbologist. I'm here in the basin documenting all sorts of plant life. That's what the trouble is. I keep a meticulous record of my notes, but my notebook is missing. Notebook, you say? What's in it? I keep detailed sketches and notes of the various plants I find in it. Unfortunately, I think it must have dropped out of my satchel when I was chased. Ooh. You were chased? I sometimes wander into places that the wild animals don't appreciate me being. Now, if only I could remember where I was. I know I went to Harrow Springs, Misty Plains, and Grey Kiln. It has to be in one of those places. I'm trying to remember, was it in any of those places? Harrow Springs, Misty Plains, and Grey Kiln. I thought it was in the Crossroads, Clifton Crossroads, but you know what? It doesn't actually matter because we have the thing. Actually, I also don't remember what's even in Grey Kiln. There's a tile there that I do not remember. That's K3. Let me check my notes. I got nothing. Yep, I got nothing. Okay. Well, anyways, Rix gets an RP point out of that conversation. And we actually do have your notebook. We have odd notebook. It's covered in black and white cowhide pattern. And we're looking for the exact text, detailed sketches and notes of the various plants, which we just heard her say. So draw event 543 and banish this card. Event 543. The notebook. Arydia's eyes light up as you hand her the notebook. She jumps up and down with joy, hugging you and thanking you for returning it to her. I truly can't thank you enough for retrieving this for me. I was worried all my work would be lost and that I would have to start again. Thank you so very much. I don't know what accent that was, by the way. Don't call me out on that one. Gain 2 experience. Okay. Can do. That puts us both up to 15 out of 36. We've still got a ways to go. Banish Travel 51. That's this guy. Yep. Banish NPC 225. And keep this card as a Squill. Okay. Dunsies. Okay. And then let's go over here. Our goal is over here, because I'm pretty sure there's somebody there we have to talk to. Dark Wings. Okay, well, we missed it by that much. A shadow high above the grasslands you see the silhouettes of some large winged creature making slow circles. Honestly, I missed it by 1 card. Discard this and draw again. Small crowd. Just ahead, you see a small crowd gathered by the side of the road. You may draw event 2 or 3, or just discard this. I'm going to discard this because we don't need the arm wrestle today. And let's go on this road path. You're so hungry. You need to take a break and eat some food. Our hunger's already exhausted, so let's each spend a speed on that one. Huh. Okay. But we made it to Clifton Crossroads. We are not going to the actual town part of it, although we do need to repair our stuff. So maybe we should go to town. We'll go to town first and then go into the location. This is point of interest 70. Let's see what they can do for repairing. Clifton Markets. Oh, right, we can also fill all of our knapsacks with cubes, which we do need to do. So we will spend 1k to do that, fill all of the knapsacks with all of the cubes. Our potions are okay. So we don't need to do that. And then there's the market. Sorry, the smithy first. So we will spend 1k to repair, and that will repair up to 9, which is all of our damage. And let's go ahead and mark that on the overlay. You know what? I don't know that we ever put Rix's new glove into the overlay either, so we'll have to do that too. Okay. Overlay updated. We should be good to go. And then I think we do have stuff to sell. Yeah. Rix had a damp glove to sell. Damp glove. For 1K. And Zertle had his old weapon to sell for 1K. Yeah. Oh, for 2K. Ooh. Very nice. Okay. And that was the market. And now we actually go into town proper, which is Big 23. And I don't remember if there's anything with that guy. I also don't remember where the apothecary was. Oh, dang. I want to say it was this one, Small 29. It's been too long since I've been here. No. Oh, right. So this is the old lady who told us that her neighbor was acting crazy. So now we need Small 31, I guess. And we talk to NPC 60, I guess. Okay. A woman is here, standing behind a counter. She's grinding something with a mortar and pestle. I deal with all manner of remedials, she says. Oh. Now we got a couple of things we gotta turn into this lady. So, a woman is here, standing behind a counter. She's grinding something with a mortar and pestle. It's a fey woman. She's bubbly, but has a thick accent. Thank you so much for helping me. Let me know if you need some antidote. Ugh. She's so bad at accents. I deal with all manner of remedials. I can cure everything from wart's foot to lead lung, as long as I have the right reagents. Okay, so there's a couple of things we need to talk about here. Seek a cure, grinding something with a mortar and pestle. Draw event 88 and banish this key item. Event 88. You tell Tage about the man in Rivertown sick with frail heart. Ah, I see. Yes, it's a tricky condition and difficult to heal. Well, that's not true. It's easy enough to heal. Just a simple tincture on the tongue twice daily. The hard part is getting the reagent. Frail heart can only be cured by essence of GSH, or giant salamander heart. Oh, I happen to have that. That's the other card that I was going to look for. It's very rare, as it can only be found on the elusive red salamanders. Mixed with different reagents, GSH can cause temporary paralysis, heal frail heart, cure dark eye, and it tastes really good fried up with some lettuce and a nice juicy tomato. That last one was a joke. Alright, now if we're after a giant salamander, it's off to Harl Springs toward the southwest right near Daneberg. Remember though, it's going to be a red one. The normal green one won't do. Gain 1 experience, and then banish this card. Oh, jeez. Gaining 1 experience is kind of hard. So, hold on. If I take away 6... Nope. Nope, I don't... This is... Oh, you know what? I take away 9 and put in a 10. That's easy. I don't know why math is suddenly a problem for me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry too much about it. It's late. It's late where I am. Math goes out the window when it's late. Okay. We gain 1 experience. We banish the card. And then we show her this giant salamander heart and draw event 368. GSH Essence. Tage grabs the heart with a gusto. Oh, I could whip up such a good sandwich with this. But no, let's not waste it. What do you say? I'll distill it down to a tincture of its essence. Cost is 5k. How about it? That's basically all my money, but let's do it. Yes, spend 5k. That's more like it. Let's get cracking. Banish key item 40, the salamander heart. And then flip this card. She begins a careful process of boiling, dissecting, grinding, drying, and pummeling the heart. After a few hours, she returns with a small vial. Right then, here you go. Please be sure to carefully read the instructions and administer it as prescribed. If you have any issues, you know where to find me. Yes, slipped out of it for a second there. I thought it was going well for a few words. And then I slipped out of it at the very end. Gain key item 241 and then banish this card. 241. You got a vial of tincture from Tage the Sage. It has a nice little tag with neat calligraphy on it. Giant Salamander Heart Essence. GSH can cause temporary paralysis, heal frail hearts, and cure dark eye. Take twice daily by mouth. Keep this card until you find a card with the exact text. He's come down with frail hearts. Thank you. And thank you. Okay. So she's all done. And I don't think there's anyone else here we need to talk to at this time. I'm just going to do a quick check. Do I have any other things that could be here? No. I do know that there is a pixie that wants the mirror that we got off of the Owl Lich, but also at one point there was an implication that maybe she is not good. So we're going to find out. So Gammy B is in Boston Market. Don't know where that is. And then we already have the cure for Lured Lung, but we haven't found anyone who needs it yet. We have the 2 tablets. Metal token that I will never give to the person who wants it. And a letter to Liaku the Dryad. But we don't know where she is. At least I haven't seen anyone named Liaku the Dryad yet. So that's proven problematic. And this is NPC 57, but I'm pretty sure that's like an orc entertainer of some sort, so we're gonna leave. We leave. Okay. So now we head back to Rivertown South by way of road. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. I'm going to exhaust this token, and then I'm going to use one of Rix's pathfinding cubes to just refresh all of my tokens for free. And now we go this way towards Fort Exmoor. Ooh, yeah. Sometimes you don't want to be on the road. Often you do if you just want an easy travel, but some of the events don't like the road. In this case, I'm just going to do the road, and we pass this way easily. And I'm going to just stick to the road. The journey is difficult and your spirit sag. Okay, well, the road's not always the best choice, apparently. Don't have to worry about regenning speed quite yet. Go on the road again. Something comes hurtling down the road, a large dust cloud in its wake. Draw event 179. Okay. Came out of nowhere, this guy. Hit and run. The dust cloud grows closer and closer, and you see a bright red cart careening down the road. The driver, a young man, is yelling at you. Out of the way! The cart flies toward you, and you have only a moment to react. Make a dexterity 30 check. Okay. We're gonna have Zertle attempt this? Wait, you need a perfect 20, right? Do we all get to try? I don't know. I, um, I don't know how to win any harder than that. I think I need to retire and diminish. Okay. We had threat 77 because we got a crit outside of combat. Where is threat 77? Hello? Threat 77? Oh, there you are. You are in the wrong spot, friend. Oh well. So we get luck 77 or threat 77 into our threat deck, which is good for us. We also get travel 77. Because of our lucky charm, which has come up a lot today, actually. Zertle's been rolling quite well. And this goes bottom of the discard pile. Okay. And we succeed because I got extremely, extremely lucky. You manage to deftly avoid the speeding cart just as the man swerves at the last moment. The cart careens off the road and some parts fly off of it. The cart disappears down the road with the man still yelling at you. Okay. Flip small 76 to its B state. What's small 76? We haven't even found that. What is happening? For the record, this would have happened no matter which way I went. Or whether I had succeeded or failed. So we did that. Small 76 is now B state. There's just information we'll probably never see. And then banish travel 40 and banish this card. Okay. Not really sure what that was all about, but here we are. And then let's go to Rivertown South. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Okay, great. Big 21. Oh, I managed to dodge it. Oh, that's 22. Where's 21? There's 21. Yeah, I know this is the Yaku's house. I just don't know where she is. She's not there right now. I believe it was small 22 where the sick guy was. Nope, wrong house. Small 22 is where you find this guy. Although we haven't talked to him since he left our party, so maybe he has something interesting to say. Let's find out. This is NPC 49. I don't know if he'll say anything. Anything new, at least. Breck of Rivertown. He's a halfling man who's confident and his actions are to talk too loud. Great. Best kind of person. The halfling warrior is here sharpening his axe and polishing his armor. I've got to say, I wasn't sure what to think when I first saw you were in exile. I'm sure glad we were able to stop those skeletons. Okay. What did you think when you saw we were in exile? I've got to be honest, I wasn't excited about the prospect when I first heard the guild was going to be here this year. Got to admit, after spending time with you, I've had a change of heart. Tell us about this change of heart. I thought you were just criminals looking for an easy way out, but I don't care what happened in your past. You've put yourself in harm's way for the people of the uplands, and I respect you for it. Uh-huh. I don't need your respect, little halfling, but, cool, says Rix. Zernal just nods sagely. Remember when we fought those skeletons? Those were good times, right? Yeah, oh, I do love the sound of crushing bones. You know, it just never gets old. There's just something very satisfying about the crunch. Awesome. Well, goodbye now. Small 21. Okay. Let's talk to NPC 51. I believe she's the one who has the dialogue that will help us administer this medicine. NPC 51, Yenna Mills. Oh, he won't make it. My father is sick. He's very bad indeed. Are you the exiles from the guild? They told us he would be coming soon. I have a squill. Please, won't you help? What's up with your father? Won't you help? My father is deathly sick. He's come down with frail heart. Oh, really? We happen to have some giant salamander heart essence. So let's draw event 43 and banish the essence. Event 43. The daughter. You offer the essence to Yenna. She looks at you, and you notice her purple eyes for the first time. She takes the essence from your hand, and in one swift movement, she spins and draws a long, thin dagger. Oh, okay, hold on. Is this the same girl who... Alright, we grab her. Make a dexterity 17 check. I'm trying to remember, is this the girl who robbed us, like, really early on? Like, the first outing from the guild? That is a 6, plus 8 is 14. I need 17, so I'll spend my last role-playing point to succeed. You act quickly and grab her arm before the dagger slices the old man's throat. The girl shrieks, then disappears in a cloud of smoke. Holy cow, there's a lot going on here. Okay. So small 20 goes to its B state. Is that this one? Yes, it is. So we need to be removed. Apparently this girl was trying to murder this man. Honestly, had no idea. Okay. NPC 50 changes to his B state. I assume that's the... Yeah, that's the old man, is NPC 50. At least she didn't stab him in the throat. At least there's that. Why is everyone trying to murder everyone in this land? My goodness. This is not the first murder plot we've stumbled upon. Okay. And then we banish NPC 51. That one's easy. Okay. And banish this card. Okay. Well, we barely made it through that one. A small home, quiet. As you enter the small home, you feel the silence hang heavy in the air. The window to the north looks out at the river winding slowly by. NPC 51, Belvian Mundark. He's determined. He scratches his chin. He has no quirks, though. He's a human man. The old man's eyes clear, and he glares at you. She held me captive. I can't believe you helped her. She tried to kill me. Shakes head. Okay, who are you? I'm from the Lakelands to the east. I'm not Horace Mills. My title is Belvian Mundark. I'm only here in town because I was hired for a job. And who is she? I don't know who she was. She captured me and held me hostage with some kind of confusion magics. Seems she did it all to have some buffoons, glare, get her reagents. And what exactly happened? I do not know what became of the owner of this house. It appears the real horse has disappeared. I'd blame the purple-eyed girl. That's probably fair. Okay, what job were you hired for then? I was told to find the owner of this ring. He holds up a small brass ring and hands it to you. It's your responsibility now. I don't want anything to do with this anymore. Okay, Zero gets an RP point, and we gain key item 31. I don't need more key items. I came here to get rid of them. No more side quests. We have too many we're tracking already. Alright. Key item 31. A small brass ring. It's a small brass ring that you got from the man in Rivertown South. You rescued him from a woman pretending to be his daughter. Upon inspection, on the inside of the ring, you find some strange inscriptions and ruins. Sorry, runes, not ruins. Keep this card until you find a card with the exact text. I am fluent in Orcish, Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish. I'm pretty sure we have met this person already, and that's frustrating because now I need to find whoever this person is. Oh no. Were they in the next town? Oh no. Was it the giant up in the hills? I don't even know where to begin looking for this person. I don't even know. Again, I'm pretty sure we've met this person, I just don't know where. That's gonna be bad for us. Who do we know who needs a ring? Who do we know who's fluent in Orcish, Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish? I don't know. I'd have to review the tapes. Maybe maybe it's the bard in Clifton Crossroads. That would be unfortunate for us because it's the opposite direction. I don't think there's anyone in Daneburg. Nobody in Harl Springs. It might be the painter on the island? Well, regardless, we're leaving this place. We put NPC 50 away. We are leaving. This one's going to bother me. I have to review all of my notes, see if I can possibly find who this person is. That's a yikes. That is quite the prospect for us. Okay. I feel like my camera position has changed a little bit. Not really sure why. Oh well. Okay, so we have some options of what to do next. There's a chance that the pixie who lives here is trying to trick me in some way. I just don't actually know. I think we're going to head that direction. Maybe we're just being naive, but I've lost track of so many quests now. You pass this way easily on this road path. Let's go through the grass. Colorful carts. You draw near and see a large cart colorful with wares and goods. You may draw a big 70 or just discard this. We do that because I do not have any money with which to spend at the big cart. We're on a forest path now. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. Excellent. Excellent. And then forest path down to Harl Springs. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Alright, good. And this is medium 25. We enter. Medium 25. There's a lot we could be doing right here, but all we really need to do is small 35 to talk to the pixie. Because the rest of this is all about combat with some lizards, which we already did. NPC 67. Viku on Koru. You see a delicately small sprite with translucent wings sipping tea out of a tiny teacup. Oh, it's a sprite, not a pixie. She is mischievous. She has a tiny voice. Oh boy. She's mischievous. That means I'm probably walking into another trap. We're looking for the text, a beautiful heirloom mirror. Well, hello there. Say, not often I get visitors. Say, how are you finding Harl Springs? It's fine. You're awfully big, aren't you? I don't get a lot of big folk around here due to the salamanders, but say, are you one of those exiles Keldra told me about? If so, I could use some help. Yeah, what do you need? Wonderful! She sips her tea. When I was moving here, an owlet swooped in and stole one of my prized possessions, a beautiful heirloom mirror. Okay. Please, if you can find the owlet and return my mirror, I'd be happy to reward you. I don't have a squill, but I do have a legendary sword. Yeah, okay, remind us again about this sword. My grandmother was a knight of the court. She bequeathed me her great sword's foe splitter. Return the mirror and you may have it in exchange. Now, okay, you are tiny, so a great sword for you is like a needle for us still, yeah? Maybe a dagger. Foe splitter, indeed. Okay. Tiny mirror. We give her the mirror, draw event 44, and banish this. Event 44. Oh no, the low event numbers are usually bad for us. I'm just generalizing out here. Upon reflection, you hand the tiny mirror to Viku and she squeals with delight. She asks you to help her hang it on the wall. She hems and haws over its placement. After hanging and rehanging it twice over, she's finally satisfied. Well, Keldra told me that exiles do good for people and expect wood coins in return. I don't have a wood coin, but my grandmother was a fierce warrior and she left me her great sword foe splitter. I don't need it. I'm no fighter, but maybe you could use it. Gain key item 46 and banish this card. Uh-huh. 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 Key item 46. Wait, but she doesn't, like, change states or anything? That's weird. Yeah. Weird. Alright, give me a second. I need to ban somebody real quick. Oh, overheaded. do this. There we go. Ban. Yeah, I don't want spam for stream boo. No, thank you. All right, I'm gonna put her back into the index. And Foe Splitter, Viku the Sprite has given you her grandmother's greatsword. It would be a formidable weapon for one of such small stature. For you, however, it is very tiny. You wonder how much damage it could actually do. Get item Dossier 46. Candewsville. 46. Where is 46? Not here. There it is. Oh my goodness. It's not even a full item tile. Oh my goodness. I love this so much. He's, he's the dinkiest little sword. I'm sorry. It takes up half of an item slot. Oh, sorry. It takes up half of an item slot. And it has a melee attack, strength based, with piercing damage to one hit, one target. Oh my gosh. We're gonna keep it on our pack ants because here's the thing. I know how these games work, and we're gonna come across something tiny someday, and it's gonna be like, if you have Foe Splitter, it becomes invaluable now. Because otherwise, you can sell it for 3K, and then you can buy it back for 9. Why would they triple the price? Why would they triple the price if if it's not useful at some point, right? Oh, Foe Splitter. Oh, I'm gonna love this. That's entertaining. Okay. Well, we did it. We weren't necessarily tricked in any way, but I do feel like we were slightly tricked. um, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go via forests because that's the only way we can leave. Hey, look at the road. Refill one marker on a knapsack, or we don't need to do that yet. Or refresh this morale token, or gain 1K. We are very strapped for cash, is the thing. All right, we index this card. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna gain 1K. I don't care about the travel token as much. We need money. We're so poor. We're so poor. I'm still laughing about Foe Splitter. That's amazing. Okay, and then we're gonna go on the road here. Second breakfast. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. I'm just gonna let the token exhaust. Oh no. And then we're gonna go out into the water, which means I need to shuffly shuffle. And we are on our way to a shoreline where we're looking for the words bleeding heart. Or something roughly akin to that. We have a treasure map, and that was the clue on it. Still laughing over faux splitter. Oh boy. Wait. Did I need to draw one for this one? Yes, because second breakfast was this path. Okay, so we need a water. Hey, look, second breakfast. We both lose a speed. Yeah, that's fine. And then we go on this water path. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. We are not having a good time. That's that one, so we both lose a speed again. And we're going to go ahead and use both cubes from the 3-speed knapsack to give both of my characters 3 speed. And we travel to the next world map. And then we're going over here. This is where the treasure map is leading me. Hey, look at the road again. I didn't realize I had both of them in here. Once again, we're going to gain 1k. Put this away. And continue on our way. I'm going to have to remember this faux splitter thing, and I'm going to have to make a short about it. That's amazing. Oh, because I'm going to do that, I need to add... Here's a real weapon. I might need to... Hold on. Yeah. There you go. There's a real weapon. And here's a splitter for comparison. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. We're absolutely keeping it. We will never sell this thing no matter what. Alright, so we're going here to the Hills of War to Long 33. I think this is where I was shot by the hyena creature at one point. Long time ago. Oh, it totally is, yeah. We're looking for Bleeding Heart, and I don't remember where that would possibly be. Big 25. There's the cave back there, and there's a point of interest here, which I guess we'll go interact with. Point of interest 82. Plateau. You're standing upon a small rocky plateau. Something smells disgusting. You think you catch movement at the top of the cliff out of the corner of your eye. A fist-sized rock falls from on high, making strange echoes as it clacks down the slope. Yeah, we don't, that's not actually a thing anymore. Yeah, nothing on here mentions bleeding hearts. So, not that. So let's go over to small 54. I'll just put it in the middle of the table. It's a cave that goes over that way, but we've already done the event, so POI 81. Beast's Lair. You're standing in a shallow cave. The den is thankfully quiet. You hear the chirping of crickets just outside, but nothing else. It smells strongly of old meat drying on the bones. There are some strange marks along the floor, too. Nothing about bleeding hearts. Hearing strange sounds in my house now. So that's not where we're going. Let's go over to small 55. I don't remember anything here mentioning bleeding hearts, so it's a little disconcerting. Unless we already activated a thing that we shouldn't have? I don't know. So there's this cave here. PY 83? You're standing near a rocky pool in a small cave. The sounds in the cave echo off the thick, rocky walls. You notice a few patches of brightly colored flowers growing near the quiet pool. What are the flowers? These tragically beautiful pink blooms are hanging upside down. If you recall correctly, these flowers are called bleeding hearts. Alright, we did it. We finally did it. Where is the bleeding hearts thing? That is the dusty map? Yes. Bleeding hearts, yep. Draw event 20. Okay. Can do. Dusty map. Did you use key 120 to decode the map? Maybe. Hold on. Yes, I did. Yes, keep reading. Did you find the decoded words from the map on POI 83? Yes, I did. Flip this card and keep reading. You ease into the shallow water, walking to the far side of the pool where the bleeding hearts grow thick. You push the flowers softly to the side and discover a small compartment. Inside is a simple wood tube sealed with wax. I'll have to finish up soon. You carefully take the tube and wade back to the shore of the pool. Sitting down, you crack the wax seal and find a slightly decayed piece of parchment. It looks like it's been here for years. Banish key item 18. That was the dusty map. Gain key item 96. And banish this card. The event card. Key item 96. Torn directions. Oh boy. One edge of the parchment is torn and jagged, as though it was half of a larger piece. Start at palm, move 2 toward fire, move 2 away from moon, move 1 away from sun, move 1 away from pine, move 1 towards snow. Keep this card in the party inventory until you find a card with the exact text. The trigger text is on the other half of the parchments. Okay. Set. We were tricked the last time we did this. Because we did Urki's map, but that wasn't correct. But now we have torn map and torn directions. What was the other thing I had? The other directions I had were bad. Ripped directions, yeah. So, this is the ripped directions. And this is the torn map that we followed the first time. And the tear is on the wrong side. But now we have torn directions. And torn map. And actually that tear looks identical, roughly. So now we have a new thing to look forward to. A new puzzle to solve. I don't remember what the translation was initially, but we have our key 120 that has the translation guide. So let's translate this again. It says Tree Stump. Tree stump. So we need to find a tree stump in the place that the map leads us to. And we're going to need our we need this world map for this because it's based on this one. If we overlay this, this is a perfect match. So we start at Palm, which is here. Move 2 toward Fire, which is here. So we go 1, 2. Move 2 away from Moon. Moon being this one. So I guess 1, 2. This is a little bit harder to follow, I'll be honest. Move 1 away from Sun. 1. Move 1 away from Pine. 1. Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. I started at Pine instead of Palm. We need to start here in Daneberg. Move 2 toward Fire. No, here on the island. This is where we start. 1, 2 toward Fire. 2 away from Moon. Moon is here, so we go 1, 2. 1 away from Sun. Sun is the hills, so we move that way. 1 away from Pine, which is the crossroads, so we go to Misty Plains. And 1 toward Snow. Snow being that one, so we end up in the Gray Kiln. So the Gray Kiln is our potential treasure sites for this treasure map. And we're gonna hope that that's right. We'll find out. I'm gonna note that we should be looking for a tree stump at the Gray Kiln. Okay. And that's how that's done. And I'm going to put all this away so we can go back to the world map, and then I'm going to call it for the night. Because that feels like a pretty good stopping point. Okay. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, feel free to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the following US and Canada Pacific times. I'd love to have you here. Mondays at 1 p.m. we stream modded Skyrim. Well, Friday at time. Mondays at 10:30 p.m. we stream Final Fantasy VII, the original PC port. Wednesdays at 1 p.m. we stream modded Skyrim again. Fridays at both 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. we stream Arydia, the Paths We Dare Tread. That's the game you just saw. It's like a tabletop RPG in a box. Really, really, really good. I'm not sponsored. Open to it. The game rocks. It's definitely one where I recommend you get a copy of your own. You can watch my entire playthrough, but I recommend you get a copy of your own because the components of this game are just so fantastic to play with. It's really absolutely worth it, and you can tell that this is a labor of love from the game's designers and developers. It's just really, really solid. Yeah. So if you can find a copy, I recommend finding a copy. What else? Everything I do here on Twitch is recorded as a video on demand and exported to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the video description, or sorry, the Twitch channel description down below. If you're already watching on YouTube, hello. Thank you so much for watching. I really truly appreciate it. It's the people who are watching this that make this the experience that it is for me. You know? Yeah. Like, I'm gonna keep at it because I also just enjoy the process, but when people watch and engage with it, it really brings back that sitting down and playing a game in front of your siblings vibe. And I always love doing that. Yeah, I really, really love doing that. So, the fact that I get to do this here for oodles of people, that's a big draw for me. Okay. I need to move on. So seriously, thank you for watching. No matter where you watch this content, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you do happen to be watching on YouTube, first of all, hello. And second, if at any point you are interested and available in watching me play games live, I have a Twitch channel. There's a link in the YouTube description down below, the YouTube video description down below. So feel free to tune in when you can. Beyond that, everybody, thanks you for watching. Thanks for commenting and chatting. Thanks for following, subscribing, liking, all the other good stuff you can do both here on Twitch and over on YouTube. And I will see you next time.